Hey yo, what it do? It's your boy LV coming at you with another edition of DCM Dream Chasers Motivation on this St. Patrick's Day, y'all. I know everybody waiting to turn up tonight. I know. You need a reason to turn up. Don't sit here and try to wait for holidays or weekends or birthdays or special occasions to use that as an excuse to turn up. If you go hard in your life every single day, you work hard, you should be able to play hard whenever you feel like it, all right? You don't need to make excuses, all right? All right, so I come to school today and I see kids, it's fresh. Kids, they got their green down head to toe. They got the new green J's, the new green earrings popping. Obviously somebody had to work to get them for them. Their parents tried to put in that work. So I see the kids coming in and they fresh. Same kids that are disrespectful and disruptive in class. I'm like, man, you looking good, man. You fresh right now. You look way better than you can read. Look, they ain't even peep what I just told them. I said, you look way better than you can read. I said, you looking real good, but whenever I ask you to read out loud, first thing you say is, I can't do it. You can't force me to read. You're right, I can't make you read, but you sitting here talking the whole time. You scared to read out loud, but you sitting here talking and yelling and screaming and saying every cuss word that you could possibly think of to make yourself seem cool so you can fit in, man. Hey, stop going with the trend of the moment, y'all. Come on, children. Y'all need to do better, and as parents, we need to do better. We can't sit here and allow our children to come out here and disrespecting adults and disrespecting authorities, and then we the first ones hollering about some free little Jimmy or RIP little JoJo. Come on now, it starts at home. We can't sit here and put so much pressure on the teachers, because remember, these teachers is overworked and underpaid just like you are. They have a life just like you do, all right? And their job isn't easy. Believe me, I know. It's not easy dealing with children that have a lack of morals, a lack of guidance, or a lack of values. There's only so much as a teacher or a professor or a mentor, a life coach, or just a coach in general. There's only so much that person can do in that position, all right? Because remember, a title is just a title, especially if the person that has that title doesn't buy into that title and they don't conduct themselves in the manner that that title represents, all right? And we see this each and every day in our presidential debates. Yeah, you have these cool titles, but you're not conducting yourself like that. You're conducting yourself with grade school shenanigans and all of that, all right? And that's the same thing that we see in our schools and stuff. But where are they getting this from? It's the stuff that they're seeing every day, right? Because remember, your environment changes your expectations, and it changes what you're exposed to. So if you're in an environment that you sit and they watch TV or something all day, or they watch certain type of shows, or they watch certain type of news shows, and all they're portraying is something bad, something terrible, something negative, all you're doing is subconsciously programming your child to something negative. If you as a parent come home and all you do is complain each and every day about how your life sucks, how your boss did this, how this happened, how that happened, your kid is going to subconsciously be programmed into that. The reason my kids don't sit here and complain is because me and their moms don't complain. We don't sit here and complain about how life sucks, how our jobs is doing this, and how we ain't doing that. What we're doing is we're winning the day. We're being better today than we were yesterday. We're going to be better tomorrow than we were today. We just attack each and every day with a laser-like focus, with a relentless grind, and a discipline about ourselves, and a professionalism about ourselves, because that's very important. You have to be professional, man. You can't just say what you want when you want. I know we have our freedom of speech. We have our First Amendment rights. We have all of these things, but don't sit here and try to change the rules of a stop sign when you don't want to stop at a particular one. And what I mean by that is, people's like, oh, I have my freedom of speech, my First Amendment rights, but we've seen many, many times in history where people's First Amendment rights and freedom of speech are pulled away from them. We see that in our political debates. We see people protesting, they're not violent or anything, they're just saying how they feel, and they're being beat up and punched and threatened and spit on. Come on, y'all. How you going to change the rules of a stop sign because you don't want to stop at this one? You can't do that to people, and then what's going to happen? If they retaliate or do something back, they're going to be punished like they in the wrong. All you're doing is just saying how you feel. This is America. What they say, land of the free, home of the brave. If we're free, we should be brave enough to say what we feel. We shouldn't feel oppressed and have to keep our visions, our thoughts, and our ideas to ourselves just because it makes you uncomfortable, because you have some hidden agenda that you're really trying to get out here that you're not really telling the people about. And we need to take care of our children, but it starts at home so they don't go in life and they run into these traps. There's so many traps and trick doors that are set. Believe me, I done caught a couple of them. I ran in a couple of them. I didn't know that it was a trap. I didn't know that I was being set up. And I'm sure that you ran into them too. They're at each and every turn. There's going to be so many distractions out here, and there's going to be so many just ruthless and mean and nasty and cruel people. But your only real defense against that is to build yourself up the best way that you can. Because remember, there's a war going on out here. All right, it's a war out here. This is at least the mentality you got to have. It's a war, and I need to prepare myself. All right, my brain is my shield to protect myself in the knowledge and wisdom that I attain, that I put in my life, that I read all of these books and watch all of these videos, and that I take all of these notes and go to all of these seminars and listen to these speakers. That's my defense. That's equipping me so whenever somebody throws something at me, I can shield it off. Because I'm smart enough to use my mind instead of using my fists, instead of using guns, instead of using knives or bats or whatever that I can to harm somebody, all right? Understand that, all right? And your physical body, that's your sword. That's your sword that you're going to use to fight back. So that's why it's very important that you also build your body up. They say health is wealth. This is why you got to build your body up so you can defend yourself and fight things off. All right? You got to get your body, your mind, and your spirit all working in unison and in harmony together. And this is the way that you're going to outlast the politics. This is the way that you're going to shine through the hate. At least that's how I've done it. I can't say for everyone that this is what I did. I built my body up, and then strengthened my body, and strengthened my mind. And strengthened my mind, I was able to take control of my mind. And I was able to free myself from everything that was negative, everything in my past, everything that was going wrong. I was able to free myself. I didn't wait for somebody to give me permission to be free. I didn't wait for somebody to give me a green light to tell me, oh, it's okay for me to be great. No, I made a decision. I said, I want better. What do they say? When you know better, you do better. At some point, you're going to get sick and tired of being sick and tired. Enough's going to be enough. I just hate it that our children, they don't believe in themselves. They don't see tomorrow as a brighter day, because what they say, when there's hope in tomorrow, then you're a better person in the present. You're more likely to work harder today whenever you know that there's no storm tomorrow. But if you think there's a storm today and tomorrow and the next week and the week after, you're more likely to quit. This is why it's very important to rechannel your energy, your anger, your frustrations, your stress, or whatever it is that you're going through. You can only control what you can control. You can't control the weather. You can't control tornadoes. You don't control the sunshine. You can't even control people. You can't even control the person next to you, the person in front of you. You don't know what they're going to do. But all you can do is be the best person you can be to equip yourself and be ready for whatever comes, however it comes and whoever's bringing it to you. But the only way for you to be ready and prepared is you got to peep the game. You got to see the signs, and you got to go with your gut. You got to use your intuition and your instincts. It's a tough world out here. And I always tell the kids, life's hard enough without people making it harder, but people go out of their way to make life hard for you. All right? The majority of the issues we face in the world today is one human being doing an unkind act to another human being. And then that's forcing that human being to either retaliate, to say something, or come out of character and be something that they're not. All right? It's real out here. It's real, and a lot of our children are just goldfish. They have no idea. They think that they're sharks. They think that they're real monsters, but no, they're not. They're little goldfish, and they're about to go in this real world with sharks that are willing to eat you alive. And they just eat you for no reason. They just do it for sport. Not even because they're hungry. Not even because they need to put food on the table for their family. They eat you because it's fun. And this is what we're trying to prepare you for. So as parents, we have to do better. We have to be the best people that we can be. We have to be the best person that we can be outside of parenting. Because parents always like to say, oh, I'm a parent, so I have to do this. To an extent, yeah, but at the end of the day, before you was ever a parent, before you was ever somebody's husband or wife or boyfriend or girlfriend or baby mama or baby daddy, you was an individual. You was a person. You had your own individuality. You had your own style. You had your own voice, your own ideas, your own thoughts. Just because you have children does not mean that all of that should change. Yes, some things should change, because that's what happens in life. We mature, we learn, and we grow from our past mistakes. But we can't get so far away from where we started. We can't get so far away from our roots, from our humble beginnings. We can't get so far away that we don't even realize what it looks like anymore. We can't come so far away from our element that we don't even know which way to go anymore. We lost our sense of direction because we put everything on, oh, I'm a parent now. And I think a lot of parents are having kids too young, and Or they're just trying to be best friends with their kids, and we can't be our children's best friends. I'm sorry, we have to be their parents. We have to show them what discipline is, what dedication is, what consistency is. We got to teach our children how to have a positive self-image, because the world's going to beat them up enough. So we need to show our children how to have positive self-affirmations, how to tell themselves amazing things, how to encourage themselves, because as parents, we're not going to always be there whenever they go out in the deep ends of the ocean. When they're out there swimming trying to find their way, we're not going to always be there to be able to fight off the sharks for them. So they got to be able to defend themselves, and the only way to defend themselves is to build their body, to strengthen their mind, so they're ready for whatever comes. And I think a lot of problems that we face is that we're not preparing our children for the future. We're trying to get them ready for some ideal utopian society that maybe existed a long, long time ago, but that time is far long gone and past and is never coming back. People are going out of their way to harm people. People are going out of their way to steal your identity, to con you, to trick you out of something all day, every day, everywhere, especially with these social media sites and just how our media portrays everything in general. It's always the victim's fault. Somebody takes my identity, it's my fault. I wasn't smart enough to check everything or do what I needed to do. You know, there's a lack of integrity because people don't have morals, they don't have standards, they don't have values anymore within self. You know, not society's rules and guidelines, and that's what people are following. People are really living their life like it's a video game. And I noticed that Grand Theft Auto game, y'all know that it's hot. You know it is. When you first start the game, you know your dude's a bum. You know, he ain't got nothing, he ain't fresh, he ain't got the cars, the clothes, the homes, and he ain't got all of that. But what do? You play that game every single day. You sit here cutting school to go play the game so you can build on your character. And throughout the game, you got to complete missions in order to get money, to get the cars and the houses and to start to get the clothes and the jewelry and all the cool stuff that you want your character to have. So if you're that dedicated about a game, when somebody that made that game is making millions of dollars and you're sitting here broke and struggling, you're watching your people struggle, why don't you take that same energy and effort and treat your life as that? Because in the video game, you respond and you come back. You lose money, but you come back from the hospital. In real life, there's no responding, there's no coming back. When it's over, it's over. So why don't you live your life and try to upgrade your character in real life as opposed to just trying to upgrade the one on the game? Why don't you try to get yourself those nice cars, those nice clothes, those nice shoes? Help all the people you can. Why don't you try to upgrade your life? Because you say you want to be successful, but remember, the dream is free to hustle sold separately. So you got $1 million dreams, but you got a $5 work ethic. So your dreams and goals and visions and aspirations and all that you say you want to do, they don't match up with your work ethic and your values, your core values. We're lacking core values. We're lacking our basic foundation and structure. We have weak structure, so whenever it does go up, it crumbles and falls really fast because the foundation was not solid. You got to build a strong foundation, and it starts at home. All right, this is why you got to do for self, by self, because there might be stuff going on around you, and people just can't take care of you like they want to. They might not have the money to, or they might have to work 2 and 3 jobs, so they can't be there all the time. So it's up to you as an individual person to take care of yourself, to develop yourself, to be the best person that you can be, to make whatever contribution to this earth, to this world, to this society, to your city, your town, your community, your area, your team, your group, your organization, or whatever. The time is now to be great. So if anybody's ever told you you're not smart enough, you're not fast enough, you're ugly, you're not pretty, you will never have it, you don't deserve it, you're fat, you have stretch marks, your skin's too dark, your skin's too light, your skin's too tan, your skin's too perfect, your eyes too lazy, your teeth are crooked, your head's too bald, whatever people tell you, understand, haters got a job to do. Let them hate. Next time somebody's hating on you, just ask them, how much you getting paid for that? They're going to look at you crazy like, what you talking about? How much you getting paid to hate? Because you hate on a daily basis like you get a weekly check from it. Stop hating. But understand they're going to hate on you. If you ain't got no haters, it's because you ain't doing nothing. So go out here and leave your mark on society. Be a rebel. Break some rules. I didn't say break the law, I said break some rules. If society tells you that you have to look this way or talk this way in order to fit in, who's to tell you that that's the right way? Because understand, Steve Jobs said it best. The world as we know it was made up of people that are no smarter than you. So who's to say that their thoughts, ideas, and opinions are more important than yours? Who's to say that their character in the game of life is more powerful than yours. It's more influential than yours. The power is within. The power is in the eyes of the beholder. I hold the power. I hold the power over me and my life. I determine the outcome of my life. And from this day forward, I plan on making the rest of my life the best of my life. And I expect you to do the same. Stop making them excuses and stop sitting on your pity potty and stop waiting for a handout for somebody to give you $1 million. If you want it, wake up and grind for it. You grown, ain't nobody gonna give you nothing. You in school, ain't nobody gonna do your homework for you. Stop trying to cheat. Go get it yourself. Stop trying to be cute and swagged up and think that being cute in high school and in middle school and elementary school, thinking that that's going to get you to your ultimate success level. You can't swag your way through life. Believe me, I know. Because I tried to pay my landlord rent last month. I walked up with a bag of swag and said, there you go. He looked at me and he said, what is it? I said, that's a bag of swag. Just take it off the rent. He said, a bag of swag? What am I supposed to do with that? I said, I don't know, but the way that the kids are talking about swag, I feel that it had major value. I figured it had major value like gold or something, or like diamonds. He looked at me and said, no, this does not have the value of gold or diamonds. What is swag? I don't care about that. I need the money. So understand, no matter how cute you think you are, no matter how cool you think you are, you can't just charm your way through life. You got to grind. Because while you're trying to be charming and be swift and all of this, somebody's out there fighting their butt off because they don't have half the chances and opportunities you have. Because they got a dad that's in prison. They got a dad that ain't even around. Or they got a mom that's addicted to something. They got a mom that got to work 2 and 3 jobs. They got a mom that works every shift, from first shift to second to third, that they barely get to see. So they feel like they ain't got nothing. They back's against the wall. And when your back's against the wall, remember you got to come out swinging, baby. I said it yesterday. If you're going to win the fight of your life, you can't be afraid to fight. So it's yours for the taking if you're willing to go get it. Ain't nobody going to bring it to you. You got to literally go out there and go get it. You got to go get it and you got to take it, because even when you deserve it, you work for it, you earn it, you done paid your dues, people going to go out of their way still not to try to give it to you. So it's your boy LV telling you, man, it's yours for the taking. Go out there and get it. LVC, Dream Chasers. We got dreams.